University Nighthawks from Thomasville, Georgia. And with us, we have Coach Chelsea Palmer, Coach, let me take this back. Coach of the Year for the Nighthawks, Chelsea Palmer, quarterback Wilson, and wide receiver. So what I'm going to ask you to do, Coach Palmer, if you would, please give your opening statement. Only introduce your young ladies, and if they want to give an opening statement after you introduce them, do that, and then we'll open it up for questions.
Okay. Well, that was a tough one. It was a great game between two very competitive athletic teams. I think in this game we just proved that we wanted it a little more. Yesterday we were struggling with some effort things, and today we gave 100% effort every single play, and it showed. We started off really good defensively and offensively. We had an interception, in a poor time, but our defense held strong. We turned the ball back over. Kiera had a nice pick to get us the ball back and give us another opportunity. But that's a very, very, very athletic team. Obviously, they hit us over the top right before half. It's kind of what happened down in South Florida, the same thing. We knew this game, as long as they couldn't get those deep shots on us and we made them earn everything and rally to the ball, that we were going to put ourselves in a good position defensively. And then offensively, they're scary. They have one of the best secondaries in the country. So we had to protect the football and take what they give us, be very methodical. So Alexa did a great job with that. And then, we brought in Kiana in the fourth quarter, and that's kind of reminiscent of last year and kind of what we did. And she's a gamer. She's going to give you everything that she has, and she burned that fourth quarter up for us. So she did a wonderful job as well. But overall, very proud of our kids. We had, like I said yesterday, we have a big target on our backs. We knew we were going to get their best shot and everyone's best shot going forward. So we've got to make sure that that we do what we did today and bring 100% effort, energy, and play fast and limit the mistakes. This is quarterback Alexa Wilson, and this is receiver and safety Kiera Knight, better known as Key. If you have opening remarks.
It was just really fun to play in that intense and that type of a game. We brought energy from the very beginning, and I think that's what we kind of struggle on sometimes. So I'm just really proud that we were able to bring the energy and be consistent on offense.
All right. Well, 2 in a row. It's always harder the second time with a target on your back. What was the mindset? Were y'all focused on the revenge aspect in it all?
I think that the kids wanted an opportunity against them again. We felt like when we went down to Miami that they didn't get the best version of us. So I think that they were very excited to get the opportunity to play them. But we had a lot more to prove than just a revenge game, Again, there's a lot on the line in this game for both teams. You've got seeding, you've got championship rings, you've got, conference banner. You've got a lot of things on the line. So I think that it added an extra amount of intensity in the game, and it really made it feel like a championship game. So it was great to be a part of. It's even better to come out on the winning side of it. But again, not necessarily revenge, but we were definitely excited to get to play them.
What's it been like this season? A freshman going into a team that was the runner-up from a year ago, and the only league that plays varsity flag football. So if you're talking about preeminent, flag football that you're going to see, what's that like coming in as a freshman to a team that's already that's good?
I felt a lot of pressure in the beginning. I had to definitely earn people's trust. My teammates, Coach Palmer, but after the fall, I really felt comfortable. I earned their trust, they earned my trust, and it really just became like I've been here the whole time.
Keith, you make you choose. Would you rather have touchdowns or interceptions? Especially consistent. Any one of you guys can answer this next question. And kind of piggyback on what we just said. I would equate the playing football in Sun Conference to tackle football together. With some of the best teams in the nation playing in this conference. I need you to listen to us talk about how tough this conference is to go through. We do it with one dimensional on the record, but you probably face the next best team in the nation in this conference at some point in time, and you can pick and choose which one of them you want to say is the next best team. So if you would talk about how tough it is to compete in this conference, and then also talk about how that will prepare you for your ultimate goal, which is coming last.
Absolutely. I mean, there's a lot of great coaches in the Sun Conference. There's a lot of talented players. I mean, most of these teams in the Sun Conference are recruiting the state of Florida because that's where flag football has been the longest. So again, you're going to get a situation where you have a lot of great experienced players. So yeah, it's every week you have to be on your A game, and we found that out a couple weeks ago when we weren't. That again, you can slip up at any moment, and anyone in this conference can take you down. And so again, I think that it has prepared us, for whatever's coming out of the Western side, the KCAC, and any other teams coming. I think it's kind of prepared us. I think we're going to be a lot more battle tested than anyone that we see coming out of that conference. But again, we still have to show up. But it definitely is beneficial to us to see the athleticism, to see the type of coaching, and to see it every week.
I've always just believed that iron sharpens iron. So if you play with the best, you play against the best, you're going to be the best.
Key, how do you feel playing in the Sun Conference every week?
It's a lot of competition. Athletes out there. So I like to compete.
My next question is, you got almost 2 weeks to 3 weeks until you actually compete. A, how do you fight the rust factor? And B, how do you fight complacency considering just won the championship? Mentally, you know you're good because you just won the championship. How do you fight that complacency and make sure that you stay focused on that process?
Well, I mean, you set goals at the beginning of every year. Our goal this year was to have an undefeated season, to win the Sun Conference regular season, the Sun Conference championship, and win a national championship. That was our goals. So unfortunately, we didn't complete one of those, but that wasn't the end of the world. We've now knocked off 2 of those goals, and our last one remaining is a national championship. I think that this is a very motivated group. In year one, you get there. You put yourself in a position to win it. You lose by 4 points. There's not much more motivation that you need than to remember how you felt during that time. So they're going to have a little bit of time off. They're going to get to enjoy this a little bit longer than they did last year before we had to get back to work. But we need to rest up. We need to get refocused mentally, more so than anything. And then get ready to get better and to keep working on ourselves. I mean, I really do think that last year, we were in a situation where we were always trying to prepare for the next team and who we were seeing, because again, we were still in catch-up mode. And right now we're in a situation where we have more experience, so we need to make sure that we continuously get better at what we do. We're very confident in what we do, but we have to continue to get better in what those things are. What do we feel good with? What do we not? What do we need a little bit more work on? So as long as we do that, I don't think that complacency or lack of motivation will be any factors going forward. We're very excited to go back to Atlanta. We're very excited to compete. It's a different format this year, but again, if you handle business, you're playing 4 games, and you should obviously put yourself in a really good position to win. So we've just got to do what we did today, compete every day, and get better over these next couple weeks.
Talk about remembering the feeling of last year. You've got quite a few freshmen on the squad who
Mhm.
did not experience it themselves. How do you make them feel that same feeling of the agony of defeat on that stage?
Well, I mean, Alexa committed to us pretty early on last year. So she committed to us in February. So she kind of watched our journey last year. So she was a part of everything. She knew the highs, the lows, and everything that we kind of experienced. So I don't think that she'll have any problem with that. Aaliyah was actually in the stands, and so those freshmen are the ones that are, obviously performing most for us right now. And so being there, I mean, they saw, Aaliyah saw what we went through. We sat there, we watched Ottawa get their national championship, and we sat there on purpose. We sat there to make sure that we understood that we never wanted that to happen again. It wasn't for a lack of effort, but they were the better team that day. So we've got to make sure that that as a whole group, that we emphasize, again, we don't want to feel like that ever again. And I think that is plenty of motivation. I know it is for myself. So.
I'm going to let you politic for a second.
Okay.
You've got one loss.
Mhm.
Why should the other coaches around the nation give Thomasville the number 1 seed?
I think our body of work. I think our whole resume. I think our competition, who we play. Our point differential in those games. Yes, we have one blemish. We were on the road late in the season, and we ran into a team that's just as athletic and that was playing the best ball of anyone in the conference. But again, we get them in a situation today where we come back and we respond. But again, we talked about the Sun Conference and how competitive it is. And when you look at our body of work over the season, there's no one that matches that. They have not seen the competition. And so when we're ranking teams and we're giving seeding, we need to make sure that we have the best teams in those positions. And I do believe that there are 3 very capable teams to be above anyone out of the KCAC. That's how I feel. So we need to make sure that that we're ready, because I'm sure that's going to upset some people that I said that. But I do believe that we are the best in the country, but it's on us to prove that. But I do believe that our body of work speaks volumes for us. So I'm 100% believe that we should be the number 1 seed.
And for all of y'all, what are y'all most looking forward to, either going back to or going to Atlanta as a player for the first time?
I'm excited to just have the experience. Everybody on the team now talks about how much fun it was and how much of a great original experience to have. And I obviously haven't got to experience it yet, so I'm excited to go back, but I'm excited to help lead the team into not having to feel it again and to get it over.
I'm excited to play the Nationals because I missed out last time. So.
That's true.
And with that, let's give one thank you, Coach and young ladies, for joining us here at the press conference. We'll celebrate that the 24-hour rule has turned into about 48-hour rule.
Right. Right.
All right. But with that, we look forward to you guys being in Atlanta. That will be May 18th through 20th in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia. Congratulations once again on your Sun Conference Championship.
Thank you.
Thank you.